Welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. I am Rhapsody, and I'm going to be playing Arena, as seems to have been hinted in the title. So what did we do last time? We played a Hunter. That's what we did. Pretty sure we went 9-3, and earned enough gold to come back into the arena. So now we've got the choice between Hunter, Mage, and Warrior. Already played Hunter and Mage already in the series. Already. Tautology. Garish Hellscream, the Warrior. Like, that's our choice. So there's a bunch of different builds I can go for with a warrior. I can go for kind of like a spell heavy build, control the board. I can go for a to the face build, just end the game as quickly as I can, do a lot of damage to him. I'm considering doing that, actually. I may pick up that Arcane Golem. The Angry Chicken is almost useless. I cannot think of a good, at the very least, buff card in the likely rotation for the cards that I'm going to get as a warrior, and I would need to buff it in order for it to be able to lose 1 health for me to trigger its enrage effects. And Gadgets and Auctioneer this early means that I'm going to have to be picking a lot of spells to kind of get any value out of it, and then I have to make sure that it doesn't die as well. I think it's actually going to be the Arcane Golem. So, Shattered Sun Cleric, really good card. Iron Fur Grizzly. Basically, the Shattered Sun Cleric is a really good card because it's a 4-3, and you can spread that out. Brilliant. Iron Fur Grizzly, 3-3, Taunt. It's okay. It's much better in a Hunter deck as it's a beast. Shield Block, gain 5 armor, draw a card. Shattered Sun Cleric. Shield Bearer, almost entirely useless. I don't like it at all. It's kind of delay the game, and because it does no damage, it doesn't offer you a card advantage in any way. I'm going a bit slow through this draft, so I'm going to start picking a bit quicker. Razor Van Hunter provides some good opportunities, but Ardent Squire is a really good early drop. Leper Gnome's a really good early drop, and so's Cult Master for a later one. I'm actually going to go with the Leper Gnome. Arathi Weaponsmith, definitely. Stormwind Knight for charge. Yep. Get in my deck. Heroic Strike for damage. Grimscale Oracle, definitely not. Ironbeak Owl, maybe. Oasis Snapjaw. Ironbeak Owl for removal of bigger cards. Another Arathi Weaponsmith, why not? I'm going to look for a lot of weapons in this deck. I would love to have a lot of weapons. Master Swordsmith or an Arcane Golem. Arcane Golem! End the game with him. Wind Fury Harpy versus Archmage. The reason I'm going to pick the Archmage, I'm not thinking I'm going to get a lot of spell damage in this deck, but the reason I am going to pick the Archmage is because as a 4-7, with that high amount of health, it's very likely to trade for 2 different cards, so it gives me a card advantage. Ardent Squire. I have a very weak late game at the moment. Silver Moon Guardian, Stranglethorn Tiger. The Ironforge Rifleman, I'm not particularly fond of. Stranglethorn Tiger or Silver Moon Guardian. Tiger for the heavier drops. Cruel Taskmaster, almost certainly. Raid Leaders is a bunch of bullshit, don't like it. Shield Block, Yep, Cruel Taskmaster. Battle Rage, Spiteful Smith. So, Spiteful Smith is a really good drop. So is Execute for removal. Battle Rage, draw a card for each damage-friendly creature. I'm not going to have a lot of damage-friendly creatures on the board at all times, considering how low the health of these guys is. So it's either Spiteful Smith or Execute. I'm going to go with Spiteful Smith. Just because I do have 2 weapons so far, and I'm only halfway through my draft. Ascension Shieldmaster, Slam. Slam for the removal. Cruel Taskmaster. Arcanite Reaper, but it's really close. Ooh. Mortal Strike Upgrade. So this is a pick that I don't want to have to make. Upgrade, really great. I get out an Arcanite Reaper, that's a 5 damage on 2 different turns because of the durability. Upgrade it, 6 damage over 3 different turns. That's a lot of damage. I'm not going to calculate it, it's somewhere near 5,000 damage, but it's a lot. Ancient Watcher, I'm not particularly fond of. I do have 1 Silence in my deck, so it would be a really good early drop if I got that combo, but I'm not relying on it. And I can't make it a taunt using a Defender of Argus at the very least yet. I'm going to go with the Mortal Strike, just to fit in with the fact that I want to get a lot of kind of... There comes the Defender of Argus that I was just talking about, the fact that I'm not going to get. But I do want it. Gurabashi Berserker, Spiteful Smith, Fairy Dragon. How's my early drops? I've got 2 Argent Squires, 1 Leopard Gnome, 2 Cruel Taskmasters. I don't want to play them without playing anything first, so I'm not going to count them as early drops. That's a Fairy Dragon. Yeah. Oh my god. I want all of these. Can I just have all of these cards, please? Cruel Taskmaster. Amazing card. Amazing card. You can use it offensively to kind of give another... you can use it offensively to deal 1 damage to an opposing minion and just remove it from the board, or you can deal it to a friendly minion and pump it up. Don't you know you gotta pump it up? I'm gonna go with the Arcanite Reaper. I didn't get upgrade. Still gonna go with the Arcanite Reaper though. Fen Creeper for taunts? I don't like having taunt. It's too slow. It's just too slow. Flesh Eating Ghoul. I'm gonna have a lot of minions die. Charge for the speed. Slam, Raging Worgen. Now, here's a really interesting synergy. I have 2 Cruel Taskmasters, which deals a damage to a creature, and Enrage is triggered when the damage is done to that creature, and gives it 2 damage. So this guy, when taking the damage, becomes a 4-2 with Wind Fury, but because I hit him with the Cruel Taskmaster, he is now a 6-2 with Wind Fury. That's 12 damage straight to the face. Love it. Love it. Will do. Dark Scale Healer, Execute. You know what? I think I have enough late game unless I get like a really heavy drop. Execute for removal. Execute also has a really good synergy with the Cruel Taskmaster. I'm going to get the Fiery War Axe. I really wish I could get one of the other 2, but the Fiery War Axe is just too powerful in the early game. It gives you this huge advantage for cards. South Sea Deckhand has charged when you have a weapon equipped. I'm going to have a weapon equipped almost this whole game. This is my final card. Abomination, Imp Master, Master Swordsmith. What do I get the best out of? I can't keep anything safe, so these 2 are bullshit. Abomination. Alright. I got really heavy amounts of weapons. I've got 2 from the Arathi Weaponsmiths. That's 2 2/2 weapons. I've got 1 from the Fiery War Axe, and I've got 2 Arcanite Reapers. I've also got a... Whoa, what's the name of that card? Spiteful Smith to pump it up. Don't you know you gotta pump it up? Really interested in seeing how this will go. I either win early or lose with this deck, basically. I'm gonna predict 5 wins. But I will say I'm not going to be shocked if I go, like, 2-3. I'm gonna be appalled in my performance in that regard. But hopefully my frustration will at the very least provide some comfort. Or amusement. Worthy opponent. Oh, I almost got the worst player that time. Thrall. Magical Thrall.
For Doomhammer. Victory!
So this is just a horrible opening hand, because I don't want to use the Arcane Golem really early in the game, because that's just giving him way too much of an advantage. That's like giving him a coin every single turn of the game. Awesome. Argent Squire. I might draw a 2-drop, but if I don't, not a big problem. Flesh Eating Ghoul. Even better, Argent Squire, I can remove its Divine Shield. Oh, another Argent Squire. I can remove its Divine Shield with a Cruel Taskmaster and still give it the 2 damage. So I can get out a 2-2 and then run it into something that he plays if he plays anything powerful that I'm really annoyed about.
The light protects.
So, hopefully he doesn't have the biggest Blood Knight play that ever existed. Coin, Blood Knight, 9/9, basically GG at that point. That's so unlikely though. Blood Knight is an epic card, so it would be one of 2 epic cards he would be offered. Maybe, if that. I don't think I was offered any epic cards at the very least, in my draft. So hopefully he wasn't in his. So next turn I do have the Flesh Eating Ghoul, so hopefully he plays something with 2 health, and I can remove it for free and then play the Flesh Eating Ghoul. Or, sorry, play the Flesh Eating Ghoul first. Oh! Oh, that's unfortunate, buddy. So, Overload is a mechanic where you can pay an overload cost for a card.
I fight.
That's only 2 damage, yeah. So you can pay the overload cost for a card, and it will take away that amount of mana for your next turn. I explained that really poorly. If something is overload 2, you have 2 less mana crystals next turn. Or 2 fewer, to say that correctly. Slam charge. Come on and slam.
For the king!
I fight.
For honor!
So, I've got a lot of early damage in here, and hell, these do damage. These are damage cards. That's 10 damage, ideally, if I hit him in the face twice. That's however much damage I manage to trigger off of it. A really good thing about the Stormwind Knight here in this situation, at the start of his turn, so that'll be fine, I'll remove it.
I fight.
Really good thing about the Stormwind Knight in this situation is because I do have those 2 Cruel Taskmasters, and it has such a high health value, I can turn it into a 4-4, a 4-4. 4-4 with charge, if I just drop it and then drop a Taskmaster, or drop 2 Taskmasters, I can make it really powerful. I also have this as a mechanic, the charge card, to give charge to things. So what I really want to see is... Oh, motherfucker. God damn, that hurts. Alright. Bitch. What can I do? So, what do I want to do? That's the question. I'm thinking of slamming this in order to draw a card, and then running this in here, and just running that to the face. My play has slowed down really just a lot. Okay, so here we have 2 of the elements of something that I'm going to be talking about in just a little bit. Now, Raging Worgen, as I said, with the Cruel Taskmaster, has this amazing synergy. And if he leaves his face open, a Raging Worgen plus charge plus a Cruel Taskmaster is evil. Or if he has like a 2-3 on the board, just a Raging Worgen plus charge is crazy. It's insane. It's not fair. Basically, GG.
Feel the power of the wind.
Okay, so that's a removal there, and then a... Oh my god. That's removal there, and then a removal there. I would personally have removed the Fairy Dragon, because now I can remove the Flame Tum token. Flame Tum token. Yes, the Flame Tum token. It's the new card I just invented. So, hang on. He's not going to use a directed spell against that. So what I'm actually going to do is... Wait a second. Here, I keep forgetting to count. 3 damage, 6 damage, 8 damage, 10 damage. No, I don't want to do it. Definitely don't want to do it. He's unlikely to play anything with charge, so I'm going to be going for the face. Of course, if he plays a big taunt, I'm going to feel like a big dum-dum. So don't play anything with taunt, please. Magic L. Magica L? That's clearly a new word. Magica L. I like that game as well. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like I should have saved the fairy. That was a bad play. Bad play on my part. I could have reasonably expected a Fire Blast there. I do have a lot of charge cards left in my deck. I've got those Arcane Golems. So I am not fussy. But I did just draw the perfect combo. I can't use it. Okay, so another cool thing about this guy having an incredibly high health pool is that I can give him 1 damage. Bam. Easy. Because 6 health, still really high, especially at this point of the game. So I'll be fine. I will be fine. It's looking like I'm going to win this one. He would have to play a lot of really strong taunts to kind of dissuade me from winning. Hex? Oh, it is a Hex. Okay. One thing I don't want to do, Cruel Taskmaster that. That's a bad idea. Don't do it, Ryan. Oh. Oh. No. So I'm going to play this. That. End my turn. Next turn, hopefully, he trades across there, just plays a bunch of minions. I just want him to populate his board. Don't deal with the Raging Worgen. Because if you don't, I will Cruel Taskmaster it twice. It will become a 8-1, and I will kill you in one hit, but I could have done 16 damage.
I wonder.
It's very unlikely that he doesn't have a way to remove the Raging Worgen, or at the very least, remove the frog and then kill the Raging Worgen. Okay. If I were you, I would have played your way to deal with it first. Please, 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 please. Because it plays forever. Is it the dream? It is the dream!
Back to work! Back to work! Well played.
Well played. Okay. So I'm getting a better feel for the capabilities of this deck. Bugger off. Quests, I don't need you. I'm going to earn all my gold in the arena, so I'm getting a better idea for the capabilities of this deck. I have a few things that I can do with it, but I really specialize at doing damage to the face and getting them down really early, making them play defensively, and then just dealing more damage to the face. So if I can make a favorable trade by keeping something of mine on the board, I'll do it. But a lot of the time I will be going for the face.
Next to hunt.
Hunter is probably going to do that same thing as well. This is just a horrible opening hand. This is terrible. I'm going to keep the South Sea Jet Can, just in case I draw out my Fiery War Axe. Or a Narathi Weaponsmith, it'll be fine. This will be fine. So I've got an Argent Squire. This is good. He can't kill it for free.
The light protects me.
This is definitely good. So he's probably going to keep that in the shadows until I play something with 2 health. But joke's on him, I'm not going to. Wow. Oh. Oh. He's the world's best gamer. Oh.
Must cleanse the
Unfortunate. So sorry. So that was a really good draw for me. That all of the other options that I had weren't really particularly interesting. They didn't keep board advantage for me. They didn't kind of put me in a good position, basically. An explosive trap here would be real annoying. But I think I would play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul first.
I wonder.
Because then that's just a 4-1. He's probably tracking to look for that trap. Can you get it, buddy? Have you got the trap? I believe in you. I have belief of you. Let's click that, get that out of the way.
I smell blood.
Ooh, doesn't look like it. So, options.
I fight.
None, there's really no options. It's just go for the face. Good thing here, if he trades with the Worgen Infiltrator for, I presume he would do it with the Shattered Sun Cleric. Unless he has a way to deal 1 damage out of his hand. He shouldn't, but if he does. Anyhow, if he trades there, this is a 4-3. Because 2 minions have died, and that's the trigger for this. Whenever a minion dies, gain +1 attack. So it oh god, did I just fucking forget a word? Disincentivizes the trade. Still did it. Love everything about it. Destroy an enemy damaged minion. So there's a few considerations I'm making here. I can run that in there, and then destroy the enemy damage minion, and this is a 6. And then I can play a Fairy Dragon.
I fight.
That's actually going to be what I'm going to do. It looks like a suboptimal trade, but I've already gotten value out of that. So here's where board clearing abilities would really make me sad. I'm going to be very careful not to overextend my lead on the board, because it's entirely possible he has one of the combos that I had last arena run with my Hunter. Spoilers alert, I had this combo of the Starving Buzzard into... of the Starving Buzzard into the Unleash the Hounds. Ooh. What can I do here? I can Wrathy Weaponsmith and Southsea Deckhand. That's 4 damage, and then that is 9. 4 damage, 9.
I wonder.
Or I can charge. I'll charge the Southsea Deckhand into there. Yeah, because it does the same damage, because it kills 2 minions, so I'm getting the damage over here instead. So at this point, with him on 6 health and unable, outside of neutral cards, to regain any health, I'm in a very, very, very good position. What I can think about at this point is allowing him to get me down to really low life and then mortal striking him in the face if I happen to draw it.
Well fought. Well played.
So he doesn't seem to agree with that as an idea, and that's entirely fine. It probably doesn't fit strategically into his plan to win. It's okay.